Yo, what's good? It's your boy Jam. We back with another video. Feel me. Today we got some 2026 NBA news. You know what I'm saying? The free agency is coming up here in like a day or so. And we're just trying to revisit everything that has happened in the last 2 weeks or so, including the draft. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, we're gonna start off with Alex Saar, who Shams Charania said the Wizards center Alex Saar underwent surgery to repair a fractured right foot on Monday, sources tell ESPN. Now here's the crazy part, bro. Saar sustained the injury on a contact play during an offseason workout late last week. He is expected to be healthy for the start of the season. So Saar is out. I don't know how long, but he will be healthy for the start of the year. And he got the injury on a contact play during the offseason and a workout. Now, apparently it doesn't look like it's that serious to where he's going to miss the start of the year and stuff like that. He will be able to play for his game, I'm assuming, right? So that's great news. So just wanted to give a little recap on this. So prayers up to Alex Saar. Hopefully he recovers well and he's back in action to play with Daba Tanza, you know what I'm saying? And then let me see. We got oh yeah, Devin Booker's changing his jersey from number 1 to 15, honoring his USA jersey and his college number of his father too. All right. And then what do we got? We got Kendrick Perkins becomes the general manager of HBCU Jackson State. Okay, so is he still gonna be in ESPN or not? I don't know. And then here we go. So started the free agency or pre-free agency re-signing stuff and stuff like that. Trades and stuff. Contavious Caldwell Pope is exercising his $21.6 million player option for the 2026-2027 season. Damn, that's a lot of money, bro. Is it deserved? What do you guys think? That's a lot of money for me, bro. Isn't he like 34 years old, something like that? We got Colin Gillespie intends to sign a 4-year, $48 million deal to return to the Suns. What? I mean, hey, congrats to him. It says where he spent 3 years on 2-way contracts, and then he was an undrafted player out of Villanova in 2022 and now earns a lucrative long-term contract, bro. Hey, congrats to him. He earned the bag, you know what I'm saying? So, is it well deserved? Leave a comment down below. Let me see what else we got here. We got Jordan Goodwin to sign a 3-year 19. Okay. What's going on with the Suns, bro? Y'all just giving out random bags to random ass players, bro. First, you gave 48 mil to the Gillespie dude, bro, and now you're giving 19 mil to Goodwin. Like, I understand it in his name is good. Like, he has the good in his name, but does that mean that he's good, bro? And it does not mean you're gonna win either. You know what I'm saying? Just because his name is Goodwin does not mean you're gonna win good. No. And he played for my Wizards too, bro. I mean, he averaged 8, 4, 2, and career high of 106 steals. I mean, shit. I guess he's a role player. Is that how much role players be getting paid now? Damn. That's a lot of money, bro. What do we got here? Oh, CJ McCollum. He has agreed to a 1-year, $21 million contract extension with the franchise, plus they trade kicker. He has been eligible for an extension until June 30th. Commits a new deal that keeps him out of free agency. So, hey, McCollum, former Washington Wizard, where we traded him to the Hawks, is now re-signing with them. Who, Hawks, they were the only team to beat the Knicks twice in the postseason. So the Hawks, they look like an upcoming team. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. We got the Thunder are trading guard Aaron Wiggins to the Hawks for 2 second-round picks. Atlanta's 2030, and the least favorable of the Hawks Lakers in 2032. So you're trading a backup player for like a Snicker bar and like the next GTA? I mean, shit. I don't know. I mean, I've heard about the Aaron Wiggins dude, but shit. I don't know. Does he have like a contract extension coming up or something? Because wasn't he the one that was going crazy? Or who was that? I think it was him, right? Or no? I'm surprised they traded him. I don't know. Maybe they got something up the sleeve. Maybe they're trying to trade for, I don't know, like a. I mean, they can't even afford nobody with a big contract because they got Jalen Williams, HGA, and Shet on big ass contracts. Unless they trade Shet, you know what I'm saying? Or Williams, but I highly doubt it. He was the championship role player, you know what I'm saying? So he's going to the Hawks, who are up and coming team, like just like the champs do said. Entering the offseason, Oklahoma had projected tax penalty of $213 to trade, producing the number 2. Whoa. The trade. Damn, they went down by 70 mil. Well, Atlanta has 11 trade exception to creating Luke Kennard trade this past February. Because they are 9 million under the first April Howard Cup, this trade likely will need to wait until July 6th. Got no idea what the hell that means, y'all. We got University of Michigan coach Dustin May has agreed to become the new head coach of the Mavericks. Okay. All right. Congrats to him, I guess. And then we got the breaking news. Trey intends to sign a 4-year, approximately $212 million deal to stay with the Washington Wizards with the player option in year number 4. And the 4-time NBA All-Star declined his $49 million player option for a long-term commitment. Let's go. So we did re-sign Trae Young in the cut. You know what I'm saying? I already knew this. A lot of people are saying, it's a lot of money for Trae. But I think Trae just barely getting into his prime. Like, yes, he has some good years. The last 2 years have been but you got to forget, like, bro, you're bringing in AD. We got Alex R. AJ Dabatanso. The amount of assists he can get every single game is going to be diabolical, bro. Like, he might break the assist record in year 1. Facts. So I'm happy we got Trae Young back, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I mean, Trae, he wanted to come here. You know, he was one of the first players that started saying, or not, he didn't say, but that was reported that he wanted to come here. We were the only team he really wanted to be at, you know what I'm saying, if he were to get traded. And so that's good to see. And we got more details over here. It says the Wizards and Young representatives, head coach Aaron Minitz, agents, whatever, deal less than maximum. Land on a deal that would be less than the maximum for Young with Washington, but equal to the max he could have signed elsewhere. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean that we signed him to a less contract than what we could have gave him, but to the max that he was going to get offered in free agency? Interesting. So you see right here too, like I said, Young, who wanted a trade to only one team, the Wizards, in January, Stamps decided to be in DC and elevate the team's rising young core. Nice. So my boy Trae Young got the bag, you know what I'm saying? All right. And then we got Giannis right here, which we're gonna get to too, because trade happened. We got restricted free agent Mohamed Diawara to sign a multi-year $10 million plus deal to return to the Knicks. All right. We got, another trade. Julius Randle is being sent alongside the number 28 pick in the NBA draft to the Brooklyn Nets and a 3 team trade that sends Nicholas Claxton to the Chicago Bulls. And then the Timberwolves will acquire Brooklyn's 33rd pick in Randall. No, just the second overall pick, number 33, for Randall in the number 2. That's a bad. I mean, to me, Minnesota lost because you're trading Randall, who was pretty good for y'all, and a first round pick, who lets you know that nobody wanted Randall, and they had to include that first round pick. I don't know. To me, it's a bad trade because you only get in the second round pick, number 33. Now, you only win 5 spots, right? But, shit, I don't know. Leave a comment down below, y'all. Y'all think this is a good trade for the Timberwolves or not? I think it's a bad trade. And then, so, Timberwolves free up. So, I'm assuming it was for, just salary relief. You know what I'm saying? Which they free up some significant salary with the remaining of deal. It gives them more flexibility to retain AO and use exceptions. Nets acquired 3-time and 2-time All NBA forward in Randall, plus a first rounder, so that's good for them, I guess. So I feel like the Nets wanted that trade, to be honest. And then we got AO intends to sign a 5-year, $112 million contract to return to the. Okay, buddy. All right. So 5 for 112, that's 20 times 5, that's 100. 12 divided by 5, that's what, like 2.3. So he's earning like 22 mil a year. And he's a backup. Now, I'm assuming he's going to be a starting player now. You're giving 22 mil to a player that only had one good postseason, to be honest. I don't know, bro. I guess it was good, but bro, you only had like 3 good games out of like 8. You know what I'm saying? So, given that, shit, you might as well just sign me. I'll show you like 5 straight games of 50 plus. No cap. Now, I guess. And then the blockbuster trade off the offseason. I think nothing else will top this. Giannis. The Milwaukee Bucks. I said Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks are training franchise icon, probably the best player in their history, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Bobby Portis to the Miami Heat for Tyler Hero. Clearly, where? Jaime Marquez Jr., Kasparis Jakuchinius, and 3 first-round picks, including number 13 in this draft. 1 pick swap and 1 second rounder. Oh my goodness, what a trade. Now, I did see this, but I did not read the details. I was like, bro, like, Giannis going to the. I don't understand. Like, did Giannis ask to go to the Heat, or was this just like a. The Bucks was like, hey, Giannis, you know what? F you, bro. We're trading you to the Heat, who are worse. Not as worse as the Bucks, but you went from one bad team to another bad team. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, they got Bam Adebayo. They don't got Tyler here no more. Or I guess. Bro, that's the team that only got Bam Adebayo, bro. Yo, I don't know what they're doing, bro. I mean, unless they're trading for like John Morant. Or they trade for like a Jamal Murray or something like that. But I don't think they're going to trade for nobody. They're going to sign somebody. Because they gave up 3 first-round picks. They're not going to give up no more first-round picks. That's crazy. But, hey, Giannis is no longer with the Milwaukee Bucks. And Bobby Portis is also going to Miami Heat. And Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime Marquez, and then the Kasparis Jakunis, and 3 first-round picks, plus a pick swap in the second round to go to the Heat. In my opinion, I think the Heat won. I mean, the Bucks. I mean, it's a win-win because the Heat get a generational player, a future Hall of Famer in Giannis. But the Bucks also get two good players, a decent player, another like the compares. I think it was just like drafted this past year. So I guess a prospect and 3 first-round picks in the second round and 1 pick swap. I guess that's great. You know what I'm saying? How do you guys feel about this trade? Do you think that the Bucks won or the Heat won or they both equally won? Let me know in the comments down below. But I can't believe you got traded to the Heat for real. You know what I'm saying? And here we go. We got more details. The Heat are sending Milwaukee unprotected first round in 2031 and 3033 along with the 13th pick in this year. A pick swap in 2030 and a 2033 second rounder. No additional teams. It's a 1-1 move, sources said, but both he and Buck will execute the deal on July 6th. So as of now, the deal is not official. Okay. That's important to know because the Bucks and he could back up if they want to. Which leaves the framework open to see if there are opportunities to expand. So I'm assuming from what this means that if another team comes along, not to trade for Giannis, but like, let's say the Heat are looking to trade one of the players like a Tyler Hero. Maybe not the Heat, the Bucks. Maybe the Bucks don't want Tyler Hero and they're trying to trade with another team. They can make it a 3-team trade, or they can make it a 4-team trade, or 5, or whoever, however you're trying to make the deal. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Interesting. And then we got Heat president now makes long anticipated new landmark with the Kumpo, LeBron, O'Neal, Raj. You know what I'm saying? All of them teams. All right. So yeah, DeBio and him are the new front court for them. Oh, this is interesting. The Celtics aggressively pursued Giannis, offering Milwaukee a package of featuring 2024 Finals MVP Jaylen Brown and 2 first-round picks. Bro, Jaylen Brown is gonna get traded? Hold on, how did I miss this? The Celtics truly, thank you, bro. Please, thank God the Celtics did not get Giannis, bro. Which it wouldn't have worked anyways, because, bro, Tatum, Giannis, is going to be a lot of ego right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, Giannis needs the ball. He needs the points, the accolades. Tatum needs the points, the ball, the accolades. It was never going to work. Now in the Heat, Giannis is the main man. Bam Adebayo is his sidekick. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wow. They're trying to trade Jaylen Brown for Giannis. For a round pick. The Bucks, he was negotiated with 2 finalists in recent weeks. Miami and Boston were... Oh, so Giannis... So Miami and Boston, which were both on Kumpo's list of preferred destinations. Oh, so he did want to go to the Heat. Okay. Let's see what this...
Guys, this was a 13-month trade saga for Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Just to put it plainly, Giannis felt like his time was up with the Bucks a calendar year ago. The Bucks at every turn did everything they could to try to keep him. They fought this right until the end with Giannis to try to win around him. They depleted their assets, their salary books as well. But Giannis informed the team numerous times that it was time for both sides to move on, that he would not sign a long-term contract extension. So now for the Bucks, several weeks ago, they opened up for business. They started negotiating with several teams, and they really started to focus in on the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics over the last...
Okay. So it's pretty much what everything that he just posted and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We got new threats. Hey. Okay. We got here Portland Trailblazers are hiring Timberwolves lead assistant Maka Nori as the franchise next coach. Okay. Congrats to him. Multi-year deal for him. Ladies, I need to hear about Jaylen Brown.
That even after the failed trade of Giannis and the Celtics, that the team has engaged and listened on trade conversations and offers around Jaylen Brown even today. They've talked to teams, and teams I've spoken to feel like there is a level of intention behind this with the...
So they're actually not, it's not that they just included Brown in that trade. They're actually trying to trade him.
But that doesn't mean a trade will necessarily happen. Jaylen Brown has 3 years left on his deal at a supermax clip. He is extension eligible this offseason, 2 years, $140 million plus. So a decision on that will be due if he is on the roster. Either way it goes, there's going to be some hard conversations and a level of fallout here with the Celtics and Jaylen Brown.
Wow. Fallout between Brown and the Celtics? Interesting. Most of this is just, the draft and stuff. I don't think nothing here is important like that. And then we got Austin Reeves signed a 4-year, $185 million contract. Oh, hell no. Bro, this is worse than Trae Young's contract, bro. Reeves is not like that, bro. Oh, hell no. Yeah, nah, bro. 4 year, 185. Bro, he's not even like that, bro. Oh, he lands the richest contract for an undrafted player in NBA history. I mean, congrats to him, but bro, I would never sign him to that type of contract. That was me, you know what I'm saying? All right, so congrats to Reeves. Um, a lot of this is from the draft. The Pistons are trading Isaiah Stewart, a school threat, to the Grizzlies for 3 second-round picks. Okay, I mean, Grizzlies got 3 second-round picks. I don't know. I mean, the Pistons are getting 3 second-round picks. The Grizzlies get Isaiah Stewart. Okay, I mean, shit. I guess Stewart for 3 pairs of socks. I mean, shit. And the Orlando trading number 46 Okapar to the Wizards. Number 5160. We're going to talk about that later, though. So I don't know how good Okapar is, but looks like he has pretty good upside. You know what I'm saying? Okay, a lot of this just from the draft. And then Al Horford declined his player option and intends to sign a 2-year, $14 million with the Warriors. Okay. And then, bro, another blockbuster trade. The Charlotte Hornets are trading star guard LaMelo Ball and Josh Green to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Nas Reed, a 2033 unprotected first-round pick, 3 first-round pick swaps in 2028, 2029, and 2030, and 3 second-round picks in 2029, 2032, and 2033. That means 2033. LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards. I'm not gonna hold you. This is a bad trade for the Timberwolves, bro. How is that gonna work? How is LaMelo and Anthony Edwards gonna work, bro? Because LaMelo, he needs the ball. Edward needs the ball. That's gonna be a clash of egos because we all know the way, you know what I'm saying, Edward works. Like, that's his team. LaMelo wants to be a star. He won't be able to do that with the Timberwolves. Shit, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, you are getting a good player in LaMelo, but I mean, in terms of like a fit and scheme, I don't know if that works or not. But I mean, I guess we're gonna see how it works. Oh, damn! I forgot they were from the same draft. LaMelo number 1 for Anthony and number 3 for LaMelo Ball. Interesting. Okay, so the new duo in Timberwolves. Okay, I mean, I'm excited to see what happens. But I don't know if it's gonna work though. But I mean, we'll see what happens. I'll see what Shams got to say.
LaMelo Ball is a big swing for the Timberwolves. Tim Connolly is no stranger to making these types of moves with some calculated risk. That's led to some playoff success. Now you go out and get. And they actually did look into LaMelo Ball a couple times over the last season, but LaMelo Ball's at the peak of his value at this point. And last night, I started hearing that they were going to be moving potentially LaMelo Ball because there were others as well. So Charlotte didn't start this offseason saying we're going to trade LaMelo. Not be afraid to move on. He's beloved there, but this price, getting Nas Reed and 3 second-round picks, and Nas Reed fills a major hole on the front court for the Hornets. They've been searching for a big man in the market, shoot the 3, and for all the chatter about the leaguers or owners, now enter the luxury tax with this trade. 3 picks in the draft. Ant went number 1, LaMelo Ball went number 3 in 2020.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Grizzlies for sure won because they get a haul of picks. So yeah, look, LaMelo Ball is very excited to go play with Anthony Edwards and try to win a championship. He knows the task at hand. Okay, so maybe not. Maybe he just wants to go out and win the championship and not be a star. So that'd be good. Kobe White signs a 3-year, $74 million to return to the Hornets. I'm assuming this is because they traded LaMelo Ball, that they re-signed him to this contract. So Kobe White, you know, he's a good player. So good for him. And then Mark Williams intends to sign a 3-year, $38 million contract to the Phoenix Suns. He averaged 11, 8, and 1 block. All right. Congrats to him. And then the Thunder trade sharpshooter Isaiah Joe to the Pistons for 2 second-round picks. Damn, another core player of that championship run now getting traded. First Aaron Wiggins and now Isaiah Joe. I wonder who's next. 2 second-rounders, all right. So for those two players, they've recouped, well, 5 second rounders. Yeah, I guess, So, I mean, Isaiah Joe is going to back up Cade Cunningham, or it's a stellar wing shooter for Cade. He's a wing. And then Jose Alvarado declines his 4-year player option, intends to sign a 3-year, $14 million plus to return to the Knicks. Congrats to him. He was a good player, key role for their championship run. Whoa, in some cases, the Celtics have asked for at least 4 first-round picks for Jaylen Brown. Holy smokes, nobody's giving up that for him, bro. Hell no. Then the Thunder are re-signing Isaiah Hartenstein to a 3-year contract through 28-29 season that brings his total earnings from the franchise 5 years to $134 million guaranteed. Damn. Is that well deserved? I don't know. But congrats to him though. 3 years 70. Oh, I didn't do that. 3 years 75. All right. What do we got here? Ron Harper Jr. to sign a 3-year, $9 million deal, return to the Celtics. All right. Miles Bridges is getting traded. And the 2029 first round pick and the 2027 second round pick to the Phoenix Suns for Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, and the 2033 first round pick. I'm not going to hold you. The Hornets one. You're getting the great defensive player in Grayson Allen, a good 3-point shooter in Royce O'Neal, and a first round pick. I'm assuming unprotected in 2033 when the Phoenix Bunts are going to be bunts. It's a good trade, bro. And then Miles Bridges goes to the Suns. Bro, the Suns are doing some questionable moves, bro. Giving 48 mil to the Gillespie dude and then 19 to the other guy. I forgot who it was. Now they're trading for Bridges. I don't know. Damn, they've targeted him for years. 20 million tax havens. All right. And then, Clippers and Raptors receivers engaging trade talks around Kawhi Leonard. Yo, imagine Kawhi Leonard back in Toronto. I'll be fired. We got Fred VanVleet opting into his $25 million player option for the next season. All right. We got James Harden declining his $42 million player option for the Cavaliers. But the Stars are working through a new multi-deal together. Okay, I mean, I'm not opposed to Harden coming back to the Cavs, but I'm not gonna hold you, bro. He was kind of cheeks, bro. If it's like a 2-year, $30 million a year, I wouldn't. I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? Levine is opting into his 49-player option for the 2026-2027 offseason. Holy money, bro! Congrats to him. 9-year veteran Malik Beasley has been indicted and on federal charges for gambling related to a sports betting scheme, such as a point shaving and prop bets. His attorney, Steve Haney, says the government is coordinating a voluntary surrender of Beasley this week. What does that mean? That he got caught and he's actually going to go to jail? Damn. We got Draymond Green is declining his $27.7 million player option to become a free agent. This move gives the Warriors flexibility to pursue LeBron James in free agency and Anthony Davis via trade to form a Big Four. Oh, hell no. No. The Wizards better not do this shit, bro. We better not do this, bro. No, bro. They're trying to go for LeBron James and then trade for... If y'all want Anthony Davis, you got to give us minimum 3 first-round picks. Unprotected. Yeah. Hell no, we not no Big Four, bro. Who the hell is the Big Four anyways, bro? Curry, LeBron, the AD, and who's the other 4, bro? Jimmy Butler? There's no way you guys keep 4. And plus, there's no way, right? No way. And plus the money and all that, they can't do that, bro. No way. This opt-out comes after the Warriors said they expect Green to pick up the option. Instead, Green delivers Golden State time and space to pursue Davis with the Wizards and convince James to join Steph Curry, Green, and his old Lakers championship teammate in the Bay. Toronto big man Sandro declined his 2-point option to become a free agent. All right. Josh, Brooklyn Nets forward Josh Minnick signs a 2-year, $9 million to return. Congrats to him. Brooklyn Nets center Day'Ron Sharpe intends to sign a 2-year, $20 million deal to return. Congrats to him. Lakers DeAndre Ayton is opting into his $8.1 million player option for 26-27 season. All right, congrats to him. Raptors Tracy Jackson Davis. No, the Raptors are opting into his contract for $2.4 million. All right. We got the Heat. Forward Andrew Wiggins intends to sign a 3-year, $64 million contract to stay with the franchise. So now they got another decent player, I guess, with Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, and Kumpo. All right. And then he'll be a starter alongside Giannis and Adebayo. All right. That's a good contract for him, to be honest. And then Smart has declined his $5.4 million player option and will become a free agent, so he won't be going back to the Lakers. Where could he go? And then I'm assuming this is it, right? See him refresh just in case and then breaking news happens. I want to listen to this.
On and everything that happened this afternoon.
Matt, the Warriors in the last several days formulated a grand plan of putting together a big four of Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James. But in order to do that, they needed the flexibility of Draymond Green opting out of his contract, $27.7 million opt-out. There was an expectation in the last week, several weeks, that Draymond Green would be opting in, but he's now opting out. And so AD and LeBron James would have to be a package deal in order to come to Golden State and team up with Green and Steph Curry. And in this sequencing of events, Draymond Green would opt out, as he did, to take a multi-year deal at less than $27 million a year. AD would require a trade of Jimmy Butler and draft capital, and then that would mean LeBron James potentially with a mid-level exception. This is a maneuvering, a sequencing of events.
Oh, so you're saying... Oh, my bad,
it takes a process, obviously.
So he's...
Your AD would require a trade of Jimmy Butler and draft capital. And then
he just said AD will be required for a trade package of Jimmy Butler and some picks. I said it. There's no way they're keeping all the, like, Jimmy Butler, LeBron James, Jimmy Butler, Curry, and AD. All them contracts are big, bro. So, like, who the hell is a big four? You telling me Draymond is a big four, bro? I mean, back like 5-10 years ago, yes, because he was great. Now he's ass, bro. Like, I don't know, bro, but I mean, to be honest, if they do somehow get LeBron James and Anthony Davis, I mean, shit. I don't think they're gonna win a chip either way, but
that would mean LeBron James potentially with a mid-level exception. This is a maneuvering, a sequencing of events that takes several days. It takes a process, obviously. Joe Lacob has captured the biggest names in league history. You saw with that Kevin Durant-led team when they got KD. And so now they're trying to do something big here again, and it started with Draymond Green opting out today, and there are multiple dominoes here that have to fall for this big four to take shape.
All right, so now my head is drunk with all this kind of stuff that you just unloaded there. A couple of things. One, so it appears Draymond, this was clearly a business move. He plans on staying with Golden State. Part one of my follow-up.
Draymond Green will be back in Golden State in some form or fashion. A lot of that has to do with if they miss out, if they're not able to execute on Anthony Davis and LeBron James, then Draymond Green could theoretically just come back on the same 1-year, $27 million deal. But if they are able to get both of them, that would mean Draymond Green would most likely be on a multi-year deal at less than 27.
All signed.
Okay. All right.